friends that have seen me in my element, and I don't feel that way anymore. I think the last time I danced, and there's an interesting story behind that. I thought my engagement was going to end because I was dancing in public. Guys, that story for that, like I was very flexible, and I think I'm still flexible. I was like, God, like I'm in severe pains. I'm in pains, and I'm going to guys, you know these things now. There's some people that if pressure comes today and they go, and you don't go, like you have to check to know what the real problem is. And so that was it. But I'm very glad and I'm very grateful to God because I heeded to his instructions and I danced. Guys, I danced so guys, all of I'm grateful for that season of my life. I think that season is over because I don't Hi everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Olajumoke and this is a live series with Olajumoke. welcome. If you're joining us for the first time, I say welcome. I'm sending you virtual hugs. Thank you. If this is your returning time, I'm sending you kisses because you have been a very good source of encouragement. Thank you so much everyone for joining in. So today we are going to be talking about something quite interesting. Yeah, like So guys, I used to be a dancer. I'll explain. And yes, I used to be a dancer. I'm no longer a dancer, and that is why I am telling this story today. I'm going to be telling you why I'm telling you this story today. And for me, it is to say that the summary of this video is going to be to tell you that some gifts are for a season, and so while you have that gift for that season, maximize it. So let's get to the story. Yes, so guys, I used to be a dancer in uni. I was part of a dance crew. I was first part of a dance crew called the Sought Out Choreography Group. It was a choreography group in the Rema Chapel. By the way, I went to University of Ibadan. So if you know UI or you went to UI or you're a student of the University of Ibadan, there is the Rema Chapel. I don't know if it is still there. It used to be in my time opposite the school. At the plaza opposite the school. It was quite an awesome church. I had an amazing time. I would say my dance ministry started there, and I would tell you an interesting story of how I got into dance. And it wasn't because I used to dance or I was so passionate about dancing, but it was an instruction and it was for that time. So my first dance crew used to be Sought Out Choreography Crew, and that was in Rema Chapel. After I left, I went to another church, the Exchange Church, and we created a dance crew. Myself, Opa Mefa. My friend Opa used to head the dance team. But after like 2 dances, I left. Not that I didn't leave the church at the time, but I joined another dance crew, Alien Nations. So I was in Alien Nations from 300 level till I finished uni to 400 level. So I was there for 2 years. So when I said I danced, like I really danced. I danced for years, from 200 level up until 400 level. So that was like for 3 years I really danced. And so I'll tell you why I said some gifts are for a season, because I don't dance anymore. Not that I cannot dance, I can dance when I really get into my elements. For some of my friends that have seen me in my elements, and I don't feel that way anymore. I think the last time I danced was in was last year, and there's an interesting story behind that. I thought my engagement was going to end because I was dancing in public. Guys, that story for another day. Remind me that I need to tell you that gist. Anyways, that was the last time I danced in public in front of like hundreds of people, if not up to 1,000. So anyways, back to this story. I would explain how the whole dance thing started. So it was in 100 level. After I had finished my 100 level exams, I went home, and I usually have dreams, guys, because one of the ways God speaks to me is via dreams. And I had this dream where I was leading a dance crew. I was like, oh my God, where did that come from? Anyways, I ignored the dream, and I was seriously dancing in that dream. Then I had another dream, and this was a dream that changed it for me. Not, of course, not the same night. Like, I can't remember when I had which. And the other dream I had, which was quite instructive for me, and that was the one that actually really pushed me, was where in that dream rapture came. Guys, God is real, Jesus is real, Jesus is coming soon, so you guys had better be prepared. So rapture came, and you know, it took quite a number of people by God's mercies. God had mercy on a lot of people, and a lot of people went, but rapture didn't take me. And I was like, and I was obviously, I saw some people that were raptured, and I was like, oh my God, God, like, God, if you can take this person, then you should take me. And this is not to say that I saw myself better than others, but guys, you know these things now. There's some people that if rapture comes today and they go, and you not go, like, you have to check to know what the real problem is. And so that was it for me. And then it wasn't just me. There were like some of us that were kept in the compound, and it was my secondary school compound. So there were some of us that were kept there, and we had an angel that was guiding us. And so one of the days, after like I think on the third day, after like 2 days, on the third day, I went to one of the angels, and I asked the angel, why do you think I didn't make it? Why are we here? You know? And the angel said, because you did not use your gift. Because you did not use your gift. But thankfully, you have a second chance, and that is why you are here. So for those of you that are here, you need to go back into the world and use your gift. Jesus will come again. There's going to be another rapture, and you need to use your gift. And then I woke up. And then again, I had another dream where I was dancing. I was really dancing. So I just knew at the time, I was quite young, I wasn't so strong in faith, I wasn't so mature, but I knew at the time that, guy, better dance. Because God is actually taking this thing seriously. For you not to make heaven, ha! You better go and dance, my dear. So I had to look for a place to dance. And you know, so the reason why I took that dream seriously was because it kind of aligns with the word of God, that story of the talents, you know. And the master would say to that guy that had one talent, that didn't use his one talent, that you're a wicked servant. He used the word wicked, you know. He casted him out and gave that one talent to the ones that have done well. And that is for you to know that God doesn't joke with the issue of talent or the gifts he has given us. He doesn't joke at all. And in that dream, it may not necessarily mean that I would miss heaven or something. It just shows the gravity, the importance of using your gift. Maybe not stand before God at the last days and he would say, get away from me, you're so wicked, just because you did not do what he has deposited, you didn't use what he had deposited in you. So back to my story, I go back to uni, I go back to school in 200 level, and guys, I was looking for a dance crew. This dance, I will dance with 3 dreams. Dance of all things. You know, so I joined a dance crew, and so there's a background to it. I used to dance in primary school, but not dance, like, you know what is cultural, like I was very flexible, and I think I'm still flexible if old age has not set in. I'm too young, guys. So I used to dance, but it was just normal choreography, cultural dance, but I was quite good. at the time, because I know like primary school, I used to like travel to other states to dance. We had like a mini dance group then, but it was cultural dance. It wasn't anything serious, you know. But then I grew up. I left primary school. That was when I was quite young. And then in uni, that's what they were running after me. Like, you must dance, you must dance. And I think I did just one dance. When I was in secondary school, I did one dance in church when I was in teens church. And up until like years after, someone saw me and was like, oh, I remember you from church. You did a dance, and then he mentioned the name of this song. I was like, really? Guy, you still remembered? So that was to say that it was just one dance I did, you know, while I was in secondary school and I was in church. No, apart from cultural dance, no, that one I used, me and cultural dance, God, and drama, we're like this besties. So, but then like the only serious dance I did after primary school was in church. And guys, years after, someone I did not know saw me. I was like, I remember you because of that dance. So back to uni. So the first crew I joined was Sort House Choreography, and it was because I felt, oh, choreography, you would minister. I mean, it's for God. It wasn't because I really wanted to do it, you know. But I felt it was more touching. It was going to minister more than the other one, the break dance and everything. So I did choreography for a period. And the first time I danced, yes, with the crew a couple of times. But the first time I danced, I did a solo dance. That day, for you to know that God was in it, God's hand was upon that gift at the time. The first time I was to do a solo dance. First, I wasn't even told until like a day or two. And the song was this Mary Mary song. I don't know if you guys don't know Mary Mary. You can Google it. I don't know how to explain. But Mary Mary song that says, "Speak to me, Lord." And I only had like 24 hours to prepare. So, because it was choreography, it was more like all this kind of contemporary dance slash ballet kind of dance. So, I didn't really. Oh well. To cut long story short, I prepared for it to the best way, to the best of my abilities. And it was the day of the ministration. It was an evening service in church on a Sunday, and my period decided to come. It came like 30 minutes or like an hour before ministration. So I remember lying down in the rehearsal or the changing room, and I was like, God, like I'm in severe pains. I'm in pains and I'm going to dance. And it's even solo because so how would I get help? Like nobody was going to cover up for me if I flopped. And I just stayed there, and I think I said a word of prayer asking the Holy Spirit to help me. If he had chosen me to do it, then he had to help me. And I went on stage, and the pain actually helped, because if you know this, you know that it's a solemn song, a cry to God, you know, asking God to speak to the singers, to the person singing the song. You know, and so because I was in pain, I was in so much pain, and I was quite emotional. So you could see from my expression, you could feel the emotions, you could, you know. And I think it was one of my most powerful ministrations, because people walked up to me after and they were like, that ministration moved me to tears. So people were in tears because me, I was in pains, but I was in pains obeying the will of God, obeying what God wanted me to do. Now, all of this is to say that after uni, I stopped dancing. I moved to higher calling, like talking, like this one that I'm doing now. So I stopped dancing, but it was an impactful period. In 400 level, I traveled between states again. I traveled like to different states again to dance like I used to in primary school. And maybe one day I'm still going to dance, but for now I'm not dancing again. I feel like I've outgrown that season of my life, and God is calling me to other things, to more mature things. That's not to say dancing is not mature, very, very mature, please. But like for me, I had to move from dancing to other things. But it was a very impactful season of my life. I didn't think I had it in me to be a dance minister, but God instructed me using dreams. And I just thank God for his mercies, because what if he didn't show me? What if I just got to heaven and just realized that I didn't use the talent that he gave me, and he says to me, Jumoke, you're wicked. God, please, may that not happen to me. I mean, that not happen to anybody watching this video. So, in summary, some gifts are seasonal, and the earlier you start using them, as soon as you get the nudge, as soon as you get the word, just go. Except, God himself tells you, don't go, wait, because there's some visions that are for an appointed time. But I'm very glad and I'm very grateful to God, because I heeded to his instructions at the time. I danced, guys. I danced though. So guys, all of this is to tell you that if God has instructed you to do something in this season, please run with it. Do it immediately. Don't wait. Time waits for no one. And also have it at the back of your mind that you'll be held accountable for every talent and gift that you have been given. I'm grateful for that season of my life. I think that season is over, because I don't even know if I'm fit to be a dancer again. But I thank God I impacted lives, and to God be the glory. So I hope you've learned a thing or two from my story today till I come your way again. Guys, stay connected. I'll see you again. Don't forget to subscribe, like, make good comments, and share this video with everyone in your circle. My name is Jumoke. Thank you for joining. Bye.